called the Aging Raver. It's not called the Asian Raver, as somebody pointed out to me that the two titles sound very similar. So just to put your minds at rest, this isn't a poem about racial issues. It's a poem about ageism. And no one really takes ageism seriously, do they? So we can all have a nice little chuckle about how we're all rapidly approaching our own personal hell without having to concern ourselves with anything as serious as race. Also, I need to breathe in and out for a little bit. Is that okay?
No. Do it. Don't do it.
Blimey, don't do it. Yeah. Fuck it. Fuck oxygen. Don't give a shit. Anyway, this is it. Goes like this. Aging Raver totally wasted at midday on the back of the bus. I actually said Asian Raver then, just to see if any of you cloth-eared motherfuckers are paying attention. It actually goes like this. Aging Raver totally wasted at midday on the back of the bus. Aging Raver, he used to behave all crazy, but these days he actually is. And the kids all call him Wurzel Gurnage, but he doesn't seem to mind because tonight he's gonna party like it's 1992. Aging Raver remembers the good old days, the generations of boredom, when we learnt patience because we had to make us own entertainment when we was young, play out with our mates until after dark, illegally gain access to a derelict building, throw a party that lasts for a month and a half and still have change left over from shilling. Not like these funny fucking fashion fascists, Adolf hipsters with beards and moustaches, lensless glasses, penny farthing BMX bandits, fashion senseless, feckless millennials who like to party sober and celibate, a million miles from the parties of yesteryear, and he's still got the ringing in his ears. He remembers the second summer of love, but he's forgotten how to dance, punching the air and swinging his legs like he thinks he's John Cleese Van Damme. Aging Raver, the music these days goes through you like half a lager, missing tooth, missing Wellington boot, he looks like a suicidal farmer. Aging Raver, bald and grey, probably best to keep it shaved these days, mate, not like your dreadlocks back in the day that looked and smelt like Chewbacca's litter tray. Do you remember when one fell out, crawled away and turned into a butterfly? Bug powder dust, cocaine dandruff blew that poor motherfucker sky high, and still no girl has had the patience to try and hold the reins because he still comes off the rails more often than a Sodor train. Which is actually a joke that I wouldn't have got either, because I never read the Thomas the Tank Engine books when I was a kid, but I have since read them to my own children. And you know what? You thought Northern Rail was bad? Do not go to the mythical Isle of Sodor. The trains around there spend most of the time rolling around in the fucking fields. There's actually a book, right, where Thomas drives through the kitchen wall of the Fat Controller's house whilst he's having breakfast with his family, and that guy's in charge. Unfucking believable. But anyway, he still comes off the rails more often than a Sodor train. Aging Raver, he used to behave all crazy, but these days he's more insane than a Japanese game show. Which I suppose, thinking about it, is slightly racist towards Asians. Perhaps I shouldn't have so confidently assured you at the start of the poem that that wasn't going to happen, when I obviously knew full well that that was going to happen. But you know, it's okay, you enjoyed it, you're having a little chuckle, aren't you? And for such a left-leaning liberal audience as yourselves, that's refreshing. I didn't laugh at what was said, so I'm fine with it, but it might be something you want to have a bit of think about when you get back home, because you got to be careful what you say these days, Aging Raver. The jokes you used to make with your mates off your face may no longer work in your favour, and you ain't seen your lightweight mates since they turned middle age in 2004, and they bought you a ticket to go and see Keane, and you told them to get to fuck, man. What are you talking about? Keane? Are you taking the fucking piss? Perhaps it would seem that ketamine and dinner parties don't mix. Shouting, Carver, 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 Carver. Shouting, white wine, mega, mega, white wine. Shh. You're gonna wake up the baby dancing around the dinner table in your pants to the most middle-aged, middle-of-the-road music ever made by man. A compilation CD of John Lewis Christmas adverts. A soft acoustic cover version of The Prodigy's No Good Start the Dance that goes, you're no good for me. I do need no, fuck me, forgive me, Keith. Fuck off with your namby-pamby, nondescript, deliberately breathless, wishy-washy, bullshit, artless, sexless, ballless, fucking bollocks. If you want to sing a shit song, go and write one instead of dicking over every decent tune that's ever been written, you talentless pieces of shite. Whatever happened to the stolen car hardcore? The music the dance floor was actually made for, the gaping ear-hole audio porn, the reason why the baby Raver was born, the relentlessly thumping, sugar-rushing, primordial bang, oh the thunk, who'd have thunk that you'd be the last man standing. Cheers.